why clarity matters so very much. When you know the destination, when you know your mission, then you can do great things, impactful things. But if you don't know, you'll spend so much of your life, maybe all of your life, floundering, never quite knowing the mission. And so as we look at the indicators that every human has, and we've been unpacking that this week. On Monday, we talked about talent. Talent are your tools. Your talents become skills, and those skills and talents are the tools that you use to do what you were created to do. Then we looked at passion yesterday. Work you love, a task, a role, multiple tasks, multiple roles, the types of work that you love to do. That's passion. And then finally, mission. Missional results. What are the results of your work that you want to create, produce, achieve? See, when we are clear on all three of those, talent, passion, and mission, then direction begins to reveal itself. It is waiting for us to discover. So I want to break down missional results. Now, this is tied to research that I did, psychological research that's been done out there that is at the heart of true motivation. So we've had many, many calls, and we'll continue to get calls going, Ken, I've lost my motivation. And in most cases, they didn't lose it. Their motivation has been covered up by all manner of junk. Toxic workplace, no passion for the work, being overwhelmed to the point that you can't feel anything, you're just numb. Those are some examples. And there's a whole host of things. Could be personal life stuff, could be financial stuff. I mean, there are so many different circumstances that can cause us to lose sight of our motive. And motive is the root word. Why do I do this work? Why do the results of this work matter deeply to me? Personal connection, values. And as I've said many times, 2/3 of the three-part equation that I teach that allows you to discover who you are and what you're supposed to do, talent, passion, mission. Talent is just knowledge, and this is just what I do. But passion and mission is all about emotion and heart. I love the work. I care deeply about the results. Passion and mission. So let's just go through the 6 missional drivers, if you want to call them that drive all work. All work can be attached to these 6 drivers, which is motivation. This is why I do the work, because of this result. Here are the 6 results. Number 1 is achievement. This is about scoreboard. You are a person that is driven by achievement and numbers. Now, in this day and age we live in 2021, everybody's offended. Everybody's looking for something to criticize. And if we're not careful, we ourselves will look at this and go, oh, that feels me-focused. Well, it's not. It's not me-focused. It is results-focused. And the results that fire you up the most is improvement, excellence. So when you look at it that way, you go, okay, good. Oh, okay. So I'm driven by achieving a turnaround. I'm driven by achieving winning results. I'm driven by achieving maximization of excellence. So that's a good thing. But that is a driving factor for some of you. It's the number one. I need to be in a place where my work is measured and is driving excellence and results in winning. The second missional result is creation. You are motivated by creating something original, by making a process or a product or a person better. It's all about creation for you. When you're creating, you have got the juice. That's a missional result. Number 3, the number 3 missional result is efficiency. So you get the juice when you're making things run better. So efficiency and effectiveness and things are running the way they're supposed to run. And you go, well, I like order. Efficiency and order are what drive me. I get the juice when I bring efficiency to the table. I bring order where there was once chaos. Number 4 is influence. You are driven by people change. You want to influence people's lives for the better. It's just that simple. I want to influence others. I want to influence their actions. I want to influence better outcomes for them. By the way, these are in no particular order. These are the 6 drivers that I can just tell you every human is going to come down to. Their work motivation falls primarily in one of these 6. Number 5 is service. It's all about helping others. You get energy, you get the juice by lifting people, protecting people, caring for people. Service, service, service. And then finally, the 6th missional driver, solution. It's all about solving problems. When things don't work, you get to work. You're a problem solver. The more problems you are presented that need solving, the more fired up you get. It doesn't drain you. It gives you the juice. So in review, achievement, creation, efficiency, influence, service, solution, those are the 6 intrinsic motivators. Nobody has to motivate you to do something based on those things. Those 6 things drive you. And in the Get Clear Career Assessment, here it is. I was just kind of having some fun reading off mine. I'm not going to go through mine today. Maybe I'll go through mine in days ahead. Maybe I'll do that. That might be good. Well, I'll talk to Nathan to see if he thinks that's a good show, where I'll reveal my results and walk through them so that you can learn how this all works. But this is the Get Clear Career Assessment. It's available for $30 at kencoleman.com. Folks, I've been pouring everything I got into this assessment with our team for the last 2 years because I needed a tool that would help you with awareness, help you have the right conversations and the right information to be able to now go look and research into the marketplace. And so it measures talent, passion, and mission. You're going to get your top 3 talents. You'll also see where you score on the rest of the universal talents. Just you can see, okay, I'm good here, not great, and I'm not so good here. I need to be aware of that. Same thing with passion. I love this work, my top 3. There's some other work that I do get some enjoyment on, but this work down here drains me. And then on the 6 missional drivers, you'll see your primary missional driver, and you'll see, okay, I'm also a good amount of this driving my desire to work as well. And so you get a nice report, and then we fill out your purpose statement so you can read it. We had a caller yesterday call in with his results, and he still wasn't clear on the specifics, which is okay because we don't guarantee. We give you professional possibilities and suggestions, but we leave it up to you because that's what I teach. But we do give you a compass, a direction by looking at your purpose statement, talent, passion, mission. I remember asking the guy yesterday, I go, well, how'd you feel when you read your purpose statement? He said it was a blueprint. Yay, that's what we want. But I still got to go have conversations with others, get feedback. I've got to go look and see where talent, passion, mission are pointing me. And we give you ideas, but those are simply ideas for you to go do the last piece of discovery in the Get Clear stage. So it's a $30 product. I think it's worth 50 times that because of the illumination that it's going to give you. And it's going to create the right conversations for you. And it's going to give you tremendous confidence with that purpose statement. That, I believe, is the big reveal. Not just seeing your report on talent, passion, mission, but to see your purpose statement filled out. You can put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your closet wall, look at it every morning. Don't you dare forget it. I love how the caller yesterday said that he felt like it was his blueprint, and that's what we've got. So I can't endorse it enough because it's really working. Thousands and thousands of people have already gotten it. It's only been out about 3.5 weeks. So go to kencoleman.com and get the Get Clear Career Assessment. Here's the other thing. If you're watching and you're clear, but you know somebody that isn't, gift them the assessment. It's one-click purchase. Send it to them with their code and their link. Have them take it and begin the conversation with them. I get spouses calling all the time. Ken, how can I help encourage my spouse? Get them the Get Clear Career Assessment, have them take it, and sit down and review the results with them. Then have them talk to other people. This is the conversation starter that could lead to total breakthrough because they'll see themselves the way they should see themselves. And the ideas just come flying at them. So there it is, kencoleman.com. All right, before we get to the phones, I want to remind you, I put this out on social media today. Now it's the best time we've ever seen in the history of America's job market to make a move. And we're getting close to 50% of Americans are making the move this year. But I know that you thinking about a new job and moving comes with a lot of change and a lot of yuck. It's frustrating because you feel like you're spending a lot of time filling out applications, submitting resumes. Takes a lot of time, and you feel like, ugh, is anybody going to look at it? I don't get any response at all. It's crickets, and that sucks. But here's the good news. My friends at ZipRecruiter can help you get that valuable time back in your schedule and take away the negative emotions that come with the job search. ZipRecruiter is the number one hiring site in the U.S. They've got a one-click apply feature where you apply for jobs quickly and easily without filling out your information many times. And when you find a job you want to apply for, ZipRecruiter submits it for you, and then they connect the company directly to you if they want to interview you. It's no stress, no time wasted. What are you waiting for? It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime, folks. I'm pitching you something that's free, and it works. For the easier job search, sign up right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. All right, let's get to the phones. 844-747-2577. Jody joins us now in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jody, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Jody. What's up?
So I am struggling with not getting job offers or interviews because I am overqualified.
Oh, now I got to tell you, I've heard this many, many times before. So that's good news because I know how to help you, but it's also bad news in that I've got to challenge you before I think I can help you.
Okay.
So it is my general belief that anytime someone hears feedback that you're overqualified, it is because they think you won't take what they're going to offer you financially, or they know for a fact that what they can offer you is probably well below what you're looking for. And it's kind of a gentle letdown. That's my, I think that's what happens most of the time. Because, and let me stay with you on this before I get your feedback. The reason I feel this is because no hiring manager who's got any sense at all, who interviews Jody and likes Jody and realizes that Jody's got way more skill and way more experience that might be needed for the job. And if you look at him and say, I know this, I've got a lot of experience, I got way more experience than needed, and I've got a ton of skill that I may not use some of that skill, I think they're worried that they can't afford you or that you won't take what they're going to offer you. It is possible that they are perceptive and they're going, Jody's just not going to be happy in this role because it doesn't challenge her. Although I just don't give that much credit to a lot of hiring managers because they just want a body many times. So that's my theory. Now, I want you to take what I just said and apply it to what your experience has been. Why do you think you're getting feedback that you're overqualified?
I think some of them are threatened by me and that I want their job.
Okay.
Which I don't,
But why? Okay, but where's the disconnect? They're interviewing you and then they think, oh man, Jody's going to come after me. Like how do you how do you know that is that just a theory or you feel that?
Well, I've actually been told that by some hiring people.
Are you truly overqualified?
Well, I guess it depends on the job that I'm applying for.
Yeah, but you called me about that specific feedback, so I'm trying to address that. Right. Are you applying for jobs where when they look at your experience and skill set, it's pretty darn obvious to anybody that has half a brain that maybe you are is that what's going on?
Yeah, well, I am applying for jobs that probably I am overqualified for, so should I not include all of my education and training and experience
on my resume?
What are you applying for?
Maybe. What are you applying for?
So I have a bachelor degree in aviation science, and I have a commercial pilot license, and I have, a whole lot of customer service experience, and I've done a lot of things in my life, and I'm working on another bachelor degree right now. And so, I just applied for one of my dream jobs the other day, which could be a dispatcher for an aviation company, and I didn't get it because I'm overqualified. But I have, all of the experience in that.
I don't. So in that case, something's missing, and I don't buy it. I think they're lying to you. Companies.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever break up with a boy in your life before you? Did you ever break up? Did you ever kind of give them a false line, just to try to let them down easy?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Because here's what I don't buy. I don't buy that for the aviation dispatch role. That what you told me so far, I don't buy that you're overqualified.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're have you in that. Let me ask you this: in that particular situation, did you get to the point where you talked salary expectations?
They told me what the salary was, and I said that was fine, which, it was a little bit low for my experience that I have. That was more of like for a beginning, dispatcher.
But did you express that to them in the conversation, that the way you're kind of telling me? Okay.
No.
So the evidence lines up. So the evidence lines up that that's their easy way. That's a nice way of them breaking up with you. They just chose somebody else. That's my take.
Oh, okay.
So my point is, don't get discouraged. I rarely buy the overqualified line. I think it's an easy breakup line, and I think it's hiding what the real reason is. And usually it's that your salary expectations are higher than they're willing to pay. So they go, well, you're overqualified because you're making this, or you've certainly made this. So they kind of believe you. Or they're just giving you a line because they're trying to just not have any tension. It's an easy one.
Right.
Or they chose somebody else and are trying to let you down easy. So all that said, none of that really matters. You should not be discouraged. It doesn't sound like to me you are applying. If that's your dream job, then you go back for it again somewhere else. But you're going to have to use the proximity principle. I'm going to give you my best-selling book, The Proximity Principle, because it's all about the art of connections and how you connect so that when you go in and apply for this dream job, you have got way more going for you before you ever even step into the interview room, because they've heard good things about you, they know about you, or opportunities essentially come to you through connections, and you're not just out there competing against everybody else. I think that's the secret for you right now, but you cannot get discouraged. But if I give you the book, will you promise to read it?
Yes, of course.
Okay, because listen, it's about people and places, and this opportunity, the right opportunity, is out there. You've got to be putting yourself around the right people and in the right places so that it shows up on your door and knocks, because you shouldn't be getting this I'm overqualified message on a regular basis. Something's missing. And I think ultimately it's just, you're not winning the competition. And we can't forget that this is a competition. You're competing against people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, and that's where I've been told, that I should not put all of my experience and education on my resume. And I have an issue with that because,
well, let me say this. I
teach hard.
I get it, but I've got a resume guide that's free at kencoleman.com that you should download and read as well. And it comes with a free template. And then for $10, you can get multiple templates that we use. And I think you need to read that free guide. It's a PDF. Take you 7 to 10 minutes. But here's the deal. I do teach to only put relevant experience on your resume. So based on what you told me, I would not put all that marketing experience on there if you're going for an aviation job. Because nobody cares. Think about it. If you're applying for an aviation dispatch position, they don't really care if you can write sassy copy.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking that all of the education and training, shows that you have dedication and you're responsible and you achieve goals and all that kind of stuff,
Sure. I'm not disagreeing with you. Read you'll see. My point is, you can put all that education. It's the last piece of my resume anyway, because I don't think anybody cares where you went to school. What really people care about is, are you a great candidate? Will you help them win? And I think you've got to, I want you to also download the How to Win the Interview Guide. It's also free. Download those two things, read them both, and start practicing what I preach. And I've had literally thousands of people validate what we're teaching. And you just do it on your own. You see if it makes sense. And then I'm going to give you the proximity principle, which is going to be the competition edge that you need. So hang on the line. Amanda, let's get her a copy of the proximity principle, whether it's hard copy, ebook, audiobook, I don't care. Give her the one that she most prefers. Because for those people who really know what they want to do, The proximity principle is all about connections. It's stage 3 of my 7 stages. Now, we cover this in the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, as well. But the proximity principle is a nice deep dive into how to separate yourself from the pack. Let's go to Kristen next in Toms River, New Jersey. Kristen, you are on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
I'm living the dream, Kristen. What's going on?
Great. Okay, so I'm really nervous, so let me start with
Okay,
that.
well,
But,
listen, it's okay. I'm going to take really good care of you, and I'm going to make you comfortable. So you just be you, okay?
Okay. So I'm calling you into regards of a question that pertains to both my husband and myself. He has been looking for a new job. He's currently in his job for the last 14 years in a mom and pop sort of shop, that he is a salaried person in a managerial position. And he received a very large promotion and pay raise back in February of 2020 and assumed that role right away, but never had received the money due to COVID. And so he's been working in that job since then without the pay, and which is what's prompted him to start looking for other avenues because that's not really working. And he's also lost some of his parts of his package in that particular job because they're trying to cut costs.
Right.
So he found another job with a nationwide company, which was a really good pro for us. And he has the potential to make a lot of money. However, it starts off as a sales position instead of a salaried position. And the way that we've always done things is base our budget on his salary, not his commissions that he was making. And the salary, because it's strictly a sales position, is very low, like $30,000 low. And I'm very nervous about him taking this. He knows the industry. He knows what he can make. I believe that he can do that because sales is his thing. That's like what makes him tick. And so I'm just wondering if this is a good choice.
Sounds like a great choice. Sounds like you're just scared to death because of the change.
I am.
Yeah, I get it. By the way,
we'd have to go into our savings to kind of.
I don't know. Let's
like,
hold on a second. Let's wait a second. So let's first realize that you called to say, is this a good decision? And it sounds like it's a great decision because you know what he believes he can make based on what they told him, correct? You know the number.
Yes.
If he makes that number, how well are you going to feel about this whole move? If he makes that number.
Amazing.
Of course. So let's just be realistic. You don't have to tell me, but have you and he sat down together at the old kitchen table or in the living room or on the back porch or whatever and walked through what the first 3 to 6 months could look like based on what they're telling him?
Yes.
Okay, then. Well, how does it look? How does it look in the first 3 months?
It looks scary to me because of a lot of the loss in income over this last year, we dipped into our emergency account. So we really only have enough money to get us through a good 5 months.
Okay, but but are you telling me that when you all sit down and look at the first 3 months, that he's not going to make enough for you guys to be able to make it through? You're going to have to dip into your emergency fund?
Yeah, because his base salary is only $30,000.
But he's not making any commission in the first 3 months?
Not in the first month, and can potentially make it for the first 2 months.
Okay, wait a second. What has
to be in a training mode?
Okay, but what has to be true for him to actually make commission in month 2?
What has to be true for him to make commission in month 2?
Yeah.
He would still be training. As the leads come in, he can work them, but he would be working them with the person who's above him.
Okay, so again, that's all a bunch. I get it. But my point is he's going to be able to make commission.
He will, yeah.
Is it partial commission or full commission?
It'll be the full commission.
And he's going to be working these leads with the person training him in month 2?
Yes, up to month 3.
My gosh, the highest, that's a really high probability that he's going to make the commission that you're all excited about, right?
I guess so.
So now we're only talking about 1 month that we're going to have to really pull in and go, okay, we don't know where we're going to land. Well, we have an idea where we're going to land. It's going to be no commission at all first month. True or false?
it will be no commission the first month. Correct.
Okay, then. So what do we have to do there? Do we have to hit the emergency fund? Can we sell some stuff? Can you work a side hustle for 1 month to not touch the emergency fund? What are all the things that we could do to make up the difference in 1 month?
I can work a side hustle. I've been doing that since like the demotion and some of the pay.
Okay.
So making up for that, and we've been surviving on that. So yeah, and I can amp that up.
Yes,
for sure,
you can.
Which I plan to do.
Yes, you can, Mama. You're amazing. You could do that for 2 months or 3 months.
I can.
For only 3 months, you could bust it if you had to.
Yes.
And not touch the emergency fund, true or false?
I could, but would still have to take probably, I would think.
No, stop. Wait. You just said I could, but. So it's either I could or I can't.
I could, minus, I would still probably have to take out a maximum of $2,000, at least $1,500 to cover month 2 and 3.
Right. That's if he makes no commission in month 2 or 3.
If he makes no commission in 2 or 3.
Come on.
Correct.
Do you hear yourself?
Yes.
If he was on the line right now.
I get I'm used to.
I get it. I'm just coaching you up. I'm not picking on you. But if
I
he was
know.
on the phone right now, would you have said it that way?
Yes, I would have said it that way. It's just.
But he would have looked at you like,
he wants
babe.
to do this. He feels fired up about it, as you would say,
Yes.
and he wants to do this.
Do you
because
think
he said
he's
it'll be
not
better
gonna?
for our family?
Do you think he's not gonna close any deals in month 2 or 3? Do you really believe that?
No,
Of course,
I don't.
Okay, then. So you can't believe that and then feel the way you're feeling. You got to choose.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So
I did tell him to take it. I just was calling to verify with you that it seems like.
Yes. Okay.
Is it a smart decision?
Yes, it is a smart decision. But now I'm coaching you because he needs to know that you believe in him.
He does.
All right.
You're right.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The way you just said that was, I don't believe that he can close anything in month 2 or 3, the way you were saying earlier. Then when I asked you point blank, do you believe in him? You said yes, but you're not saying that. So we've got to decide what we believe. So we either believe.
I do.
All right, then. So then you got to start acting that way.
Right. You're right.
I know I'm right. And I'm going to push you a little bit further. When I go to sit in a chair, doesn't matter where I'm at, when I'm sitting in the chair, I am forced to confront whether or not I truly believe that the chair is going to hold me when I sit in it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I know this is the craziest random example, but it's actually going to really make sense.
Okay.
But you don't sit there and stew over it. You go, I pretty much believe that chair is going to hold me, so I sit in it.
Right.
But I don't actually believe that the chair is going to hold me until I do what?
Until you sit on it.
Until I actually sit on it. And you're going, I really believe in my husband. I think he's amazing. But I'm going to have to use $2,000 of savings and we're going to starve.
Yeah. I get it.
So,
I get it.
I know. I'm driving the nail all the way through the wood here because I understand where you are. I understand the fear, and I get it. You're very normal. There's nothing wrong with you, Kristen. You just have to face the fear and say, fear, shut up. Here's all the reasons why what you're saying to me is lies. But you're going to have to get the truth and focus on the truth. And we've just walked through all of the truth. So now when fear tells you this is crazy scary and that you guys are going to burn through your emergency fund, because here's what will happen. If you believe the fear, you're going to make the preemptive decision and use the emergency fund when you may not need to use it.
You're probably right on that.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm right on that as well. Because we act on what we believe. So I can say, I believe the chair is going to hold me. But if I don't sit in the chair, I actually don't believe. But when I believe that the chair holds, then I sit in it. And by the way, the reason I'm using the chair sitting analogy is because if you think about that, we do that every day of our lives and we don't even stew on it. But the reality is, Joe, I could sit in a chair that looks totally like it could hold me. But if the leg is broken and I'm unaware of it, I could tumble and fall. and hit my noggin, as my grandmother used to say. But we don't walk around every time we sit down going, let me get down here on all fours and check the screws on all of these legs. Let me do a little shake, a little pressure. We don't do that. Why? Because we're not in a place of fear. But when we are terrified of something, we look for it everywhere. We're going to fail financially. We're going to starve. We're going to live under a bridge. And so we start seeing evidence for that everywhere. So it's really important, folks. When you're dealing with fear and doubt, you have got to face fear and doubt. I mean, face it like for real. And I'm your guy. If you want to call me, we'll walk through it. Because we got to put fear and doubt on the witness stand and put them to the test. Sometimes fear and doubt are telling the truth. Sometimes they're not. And we got to get the narrative right. Because I said this on yesterday's show. It was so good, Joe. I've been thinking about it all morning. When I allow absurdity to stay in my mind, it seeps down into my heart and becomes reality. So we got to expose the absurd. And then we can move forward. All right, quick break. When we come back, we're going to get to really fun in the news story. They've surveyed people. What are the 15 most annoying things people do on Zoom? Oh, this is going to be fun, Nathan. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we are shielded through faith and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. Thrilled to have you with us as we help you discover what you were born to do. For a couple years, we get a pretty steady drip of people going, Ken, when are you going to write a book that helps us figure out what I'm supposed to do? The proximity principle told me how to get there, but I don't know what it is. And they're right. The proximity principle book was not written to help you discover what you were born to do. It was like, hey, I know what I want to do. How do I get there? How do I beat the competition? And so the proximity principle is really about the art of connections. People and places equals opportunity. The right people, the right places equals opportunity. So we heard you, but I also wanted the benefit of talking to thousands of callers, which we're now approaching 5,000 calls in about 4 years. So I've listened to you. I've developed a clear path that will help you go from discovering what you were born to do to being able to do it, doing it well, stepping into the dream job. They're the 7 stages. Get clear is stage 1, get qualified is stage 2, get connected is stage 3, get started is stage 4, get promoted is stage 5, get the dream job is stage 6, and then stage 6 and 7 we can walk together in those stages. Give yourself away is stage 7, where now the income I desire is there, the notoriety, all the things. But now it's about legacy and impact and multiplication of influence. Think of it as I've been climbing this whole time to get to the dream job. I'm on the top of the mountain and my view changes. I've been looking up the whole time. Now I'm looking out and I'm expanding the vision. So the 7 stages are now together in one book. Here it is, From Paycheck to Purpose, the clear path to doing work you love. All 7 stages unpacked, a bunch of my story. You're going to hear stories you've never heard before on the show. I mean, gut-wrenching stuff, humiliating, embarrassing stuff that I did. And this is the clear path. It'll help you with all 7 stages because it unpacks them. And it's now available for pre-order. You can get it right now at kencoleman.com for only $20, and you'll get the audiobook read by me, plus the ebook, plus $100 worth of other free resources to help you on the journey. And then we have one bundle there at kencoleman.com that will include the new Get Clear Career Assessment, which is in stage 1 and is a digital online assessment. We ask the questions, allow you to just answer, and we give you your results, your top talents, your top passions, and your primary mission fill out a purpose statement, show you professional possibilities. That's a $30 product. That's only $10 with the new book for $20. So a $30 bundle or just a $20 book, and you get all three formats. So KenColeman.com. It comes out November the 9th. And if you're thinking about buying it, buy it now, because we want to just blow up the bestseller list and get this out to as many people as possible. That's my motive. You know what I'm about. The book unpacks everything we teach here on the Ken Coleman Show. KenColeman.com. Go get it. All right, it's time for In the News. All right, this article comes from Ladders. I've been a contributor to Ladders before. Great website. They do good stuff. And this is 15 most annoying things people do on Zoom calls, according to a new survey. New research done by VPN Overview looked at how more than 1,000 American workers feel about virtual meetings. And this will be no surprise to anybody. Everybody's over it. Now, at Ramsey Solutions, we've been back to work for over a year and a half. I didn't do many Zoom meetings when it happened, but as I looked over this list, I was like, yeah, I could see this. So here we go. These are the top 15 most annoying things with Zoom meetings or any type of virtual meeting, and they go from the number one most annoying down to the least annoying. That's what you're going to get. We're going to run through these. So here we go. The first one, and 44% people said poor internet connection. So that's the, that whole deal where everybody's breaking up and you're getting every 3 words or something like that. It's so annoying. Next, 37% of people said too many people for everyone to talk. It's like the Brady Bunch or Hollywood Squares. This is too many people. How are we all supposed to talk? And what comes with that is, I know on Zoom, I think this is the case, that you could have all these people and then the person that talks kind of gets the big screen. And so when it's back and forth, my ADD goes nuts. And I'm just like, I can't do this. Third most annoying thing, interrupting others. Oh boy. But you know what? In a meeting, you would do that and it wouldn't be as big a deal. But on a Zoom thing, when you interrupt somebody and it throws off the feed, I get that. This is funny to me. Eating food was a close fourth. Almost made third place. People eating food on the old Zoom call, which is fascinating to me. I was like, if it's not chips would be obnoxious. Certainly carrot and celery, with the hummus, I could see that being pretty loud. But if you mute, I can't even talk. If you mute while eating, I don't see what the big deal is. But if I can hear you eating, I get that. Although I'm going to tell you something right now, full confession. If I had to do Zoom meetings all the time, which thankfully I don't, there's no question, and Joe knows this, there's no question that I'm snacking during that. I would turn my mic down. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no question I'm going to have to snack. Because I like to eat during meetings when I get a chance. I rarely have snacks. You know what, Amanda, you know what we need to do? We had a great content show meeting yesterday. And it's like 10 people in the room. And I was asking for some collaboration, and I need to bring some fun snacks and candy to those meetings.
I fully approve. Let's do it.
And we need to do that. And then award people some special treats when they come up with good ideas. I did that kind of yesterday, but we didn't have anything to award. It was like all fantasy. All right, very good. We'll keep going. Next, not paying attention. Oh, I've been there. You're talking to somebody, and they're totally over here. They're watching ESPN. It's so obnoxious. Not muting oneself. Yeah. Logging on late. Yawning. People are so critical. I wanted to get to this. People are saying that yawning is a pet peeve on a Zoom meeting.
If you can see them, okay, but if you can hear them, no.
Well, again, I mean, how do you hear a yawn if somebody's really laying into it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but nobody does that. Nobody.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, Joe, you're so uptight. You're probably the person who filled the survey out. I mean, if I'm watching a Zoom call and somebody yawns and they don't do the, Yogi Bear yawn, then it's not bothering me at all. I don't know. Unprofessional behaviors next. Messy room, background. See, it's none of your freaking business. I mean, you know what? If you got a bunch of trash all over your countertop and that's in the Zoom, that's your business. I'm not really going to get that bent out of shape. People not turning on their video. Of course, that's like the dad-mom effect. You know what I mean? Animals making noise. That's definitely obnoxious. I love my dog, Ellis. But if he's barking during something, I'd be like, get outside. Interference from family and roommates. I would say this. If a cute toddler interrupts, I'm all for that. The cute toddler interruption, I got time for that. You know? Receiving deliveries. That wouldn't bother me at all. If we're on a Zoom call and somebody's home, they go, hey, look, the guy at FedEx is at the door. I'm sorry, I got to go get it. Well, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to say, go get it. Now, what if they take it back and you got to drive to their place? People are so mean. And then construction sounds, which, again, I don't know what you do about that. If the construction's there, I don't know what you do, unless the guy's building a new kitchen and you're sitting in the kitchen. I get that. So there you go. Most annoying things people do on Zoom. All right. Hey, I got to go. But before I do, remember this. You matter, and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.